Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is I guess the first day of March. I mean, I say that because it is actually February here. We have a couple of hours. But yeah, first day of March, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me in Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. We're gonna keep going. I don't even know what our day streak is anymore. 1795. So we'll keep going, right? I mean, not surprising to anyone watching this. But yeah, let's take a look. Today we have a easy one, which is kind of nice to kind of just get a quick one out of the way. A little bit of an update as my running. If you're new to this channel, if you're new for this month, I talk about my running and exercising from time to time, just to kind of like I'm doing something hard. I know you're doing something hard if you're trying to grind out these things. So I'm trying to like these are the things that we are working on in our lives, and I'm just kind of we're doing it together. So today I ran a couple miles. I actually have a race on Sunday, a 5K. Originally, if I didn't get injured, I probably would have tried for my PB. But today I ran basically what would have been my PB pace for about half a mile, and I was just done. I think there are a couple of things. One is that I'm still running a little bit tense, as in like my body's not loose. So then when you tense up, then you just use more effort, use more oxygen, so forth. So definitely that, because my foot is still in pain a little bit. And then the other thing is just that, I'm actually, my cardio shape is just not where it was a couple of months ago. So that will take time to ramp up as well, and I have to kind of get back on the load. I would like to kind of get back up to 20 to 30 miles per week. I was kind of on my way to doing that before getting injured, so we'll see. But now I'm kind of slowly ramping it back up, so we'll see how that goes. But that's kind of what I've been working on, and just trying to eat well and recover. But yeah, anyway, let's start this month. It is a easy problem, so let's do it. We have 2460 apply operations to an array. Okay, so we have an n-1 operations with if operation. In the if operation, if it's equal to I plus 1 multiplied I and set is equal to 0, otherwise you skip a step. Okay, I mean, oh wait, I was gonna say do it all at once, but not sequentially. What does that mean? I mean, what it means is fine, but does it always mean going from 0 to I or 0 to n or 0 to n minus 1, or the other way around, right? Because you can imagine like you have just like all the same numbers, then yeah, it matters which one it goes, right? And you do it sequentially, right? Okay, so I guess here the example kind of tells you, but I wasn't, from reading that, it's not always clear. I mean, you may think that, I mean, I think the thing that I made, and which is why I'm a little bit slower this time, is that I made a lot of mistakes as making assumptions, and it's a very natural assumption to go from, given I, go from 0 to n minus 1, but Leetcode and forum writers are very aggressive sometimes in letting you know you're wrong. So yeah, so okay, so you have 4 to 1 1, and then so I mean, otherwise it is pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah, so then maybe we just do something like yeah, I mean, I think the hard part is, depending on how you write it, just keep it linear, right? But I think that's fine, right? So you have right, so you have for I in range of nums, and I'm going to try to do it in place as much as I can, right? Oops. Then if num sub I is equal to num sub I plus 1, oops, then we set num sub I multiplied by 2, num sub I plus 1 is equal to 0. And in theory, you can kind of skip I plus 1. Well, actually, maybe you can. Well, actually, I think you can, but it does practically matters either way. It doesn't. And then now we have to move all the zeros to the end. And of course, the way that we're going to do that is with 2 pointers. There may be other ways to do it, but if you want to do it in place, keeping the extra space usage low, then that's the way I would do it, right? So then now you have 2 pointers. You have left, right? So then you have right to kind of keep track of the things, and then left is just so then left is the right is just the current incrementer, right, going from left to right, and then the left is the pointer in which it is the non-zero, right? No, it is the last 0 digit, because if you have 0, then you want to replace it in the future, right? If you can. So you have something like this, where if num sub right is if it's not equal to 0, then we want to swap it with left, right? I mean, you could also add an if statement like if left is not equal to right, but it doesn't matter that much, right? So then we swap. And the reason why is because if it's non-zero, we can assume that num sub left is either 0 or, and that's kind of go into the loop invariant, right? So left would be 0 or it is left is equal to right, right? So then, yeah, so that's the assumption. And then now, I mean, right, we'll do right increment by 1, but that's part of the for loop. And then now, yeah, that should be good, I think. And then here we actually want something like while left is less than right, so that left can equal to right. If well, I guess n num sub left is not equal to 0, then left increment. And here we just try. That's why I talk a lot about loop invariants, right? And this is not quite a loop invariant in that the invariant is actually on like line 15. Is that when you get to here, then the invariant is that num sub left is not equal to 0 and left is less than or equal to right, right? And if left is equal to right, then it is either, well, it doesn't matter what it is, because then this replacement doesn't do anything anyway. So yeah, so that's kind of an invariant. And what does invariant mean, right? Invariant just means something that doesn't change, but because it doesn't change, you could rely on it to be true, and therefore you could kind of assume that to be true. But because we're relying on this invariant here, we want to ensure this invariant by having this loop, right? And that's basically it. Unless I'm wrong, then Larry is just sad. But yeah, yeah, the key thing here, I mean, I know this is a Yeezy problem, or they marked as Yeezy, and there are probably a lot of ways to do it Yeezy, I don't know. But I think like if you want to upsolve, then maybe this is a little bit late anyway for me to mention it, because you already saw this video. You could do this in linear time, 2 pass, right? Is this 2 pass? I don't know, because there's this while loop that's a little bit wonky, but this is still linear in either case, and constant extra space, which is nice. It is in place, which maybe given the idea of what we wanted to do with this operation, maybe that's fine. It's not always the case that in place is fine, because, for example, if you have something like, if you have an operation that's just like, oh, given a function, return in a way where all the numbers are multiplied by 2 or something, then, you know, it's debatable whether you want it in place or not, because that changes it changes what the function actually does. So I don't know, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, that is all I have with this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy to good mental health. I'll see y'all later, and take care. Bye bye.